Hi everyone, this is Lynissa Hayes with Makers Avenue. Today I'm coming with you with a display hack. If you're like me, you have a lot of MiniVerse that you're collecting and you're trying to figure out a way to display it. If you're also like me, you don't have that much space. So today I'm going to show you a quick $10 hack from Ikea that you can use a frame and create this cute, gorgeous MiniVerse display. This isn't my idea. I saw a couple of people do it on Instagram. Can't remember exactly their names. I'm so sorry. So I already did one and I'm going to show you how to make another one on this video. IKEA has two different size frames. They have a small one and then they have a really big one. But this, like I said, this little small frame costs like $10. It's a great little hack. No really tools are needed. The frame's called Cinehead. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but I think it said that it's a little over 9 by 9 inches. So I think it's like 9 3/4 inches. So it's a square. So of course, you're just going to take the backing out, okay? And you don't really need any special tools for this project, and you don't really need any special glue. Now, if you wanted everything to stay in place, sure, you can use glue, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna take this inner frame out and you just pull it apart. It's that easy. I didn't do it on camera because I don't have that much space in my work area, and I knew if I tried to pull it apart on camera, it would have knocked I would have knocked some things around. So I just simply pulled those four little shells apart with my hand, and they came apart. And I'm going to put one of the little shells or the inserts on the side. Like I said, you can use glue if you want to, but you need that little shelf there to kind of create tension. So this whole project is based on tension of that one piece. Now, if you use like my first one, if you just put them all, like kind of space them out evenly, the tension will be enough to hold them all in without any problems. For this one though, I wanted it to hold some of my lifestyle ones in the lifestyle series. Some of them are a bit taller, so my spacing isn't like even. I wanted one section to be a lot taller. I actually wanted two sections to be a lot taller, and so with that I realized the way you space it kind of affects the tension of the other ones. So you kind of have to play around with it. Like I said, if you just do it like an even spacing, well, for the first one, it worked perfectly. But for this one, since it wasn't spaced evenly, I wanted to put a third shelf in there. However, just because the way I spaced it, one of the shelves was loose. It was no matter what. Now, like I said, I could have simply resolved that by getting some glue, like wood glue or something, and maybe some E6000. I didn't want to go through all that trouble trying to find the wood glue and the heavy duty glue in my stash. So I just removed one of the shelves and I'm leaving it at that. So now what you see me doing, I'm picking background scrapbook paper. You can get white paper, up to you, any type of paper. But I wanted to be pretty, so I'm getting this scrapbook paper from Maggie Holmes Garden Party. I think it's so cute. And that's going to kind of be my background. But like I said, this really relies on the tension. You want there to be a lot of tension. It does slightly bow the frame a little. Not that you just notice it, but you do see it kind of bow. It does kind of bow it out to shape slightly. So this project isn't perfect, but I think I've had that first shelf that I made for like a week and a half. I don't see anything shifting or anything like that. Of course, don't put like really heavy stuff, but yeah. So now I'm going to remove the film off the little acrylic glass panel, And I'm going to put I'm going to create a layer, put the glass. You kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put the glass behind the shelves. And then I'm going to put the scrapbook paper, and then I'm just going to add all the rest just to so it will be snug as a bug. And that's it. Now you are ready to hang it up on your wall or sit it up on your desk or whatever, and hang it on your space. So now that I have that, I'm gonna hang it on my wall. And there, ta-da, there you go. This, I really love the way this looks. Now I gotta actually fill it up with my MiniVerse, and of course you can readjust it if you notice anything slightly uneven. I didn't have a level, so whatever. Now I'm gonna make some more lifestyles that I had in my stash that needed to be made that I'm finally getting to. Now I'm gonna actually make them so I can fill out that little cubby. So that one's going to be dedicated to some of my lifestyle, because again, that's not all that I have. I'm just trying to get back into it. I already forgot what the name of that plant was, but it's the plant with the silver planter. Love that little silver planter. So this uses the dirt, which is pretty much kinetic sand. It doesn't really come with the resin because you don't necessarily need the resin. However, I like to be assured that my plant stays in place. I don't want it moving around. I don't want any of that kinetic sand, even though I could easily clean it up. I don't want to, you know how sometimes our fingers are like butterfingers. Well, at least mine are when it comes to miniature. So if I accidentally knock this over, I don't want all that sand to come out of it. So I always mix my kinetic sand with some resin so that way it doesn't get knocked out. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I need to find a better way of doing that, but I'm going to hot glue the plant in place. Because again, I don't want that to fall. I don't want it to move at all. Some people, don't do it. This is an optional step. You don't have to. Of course, the leaves kind of make it difficult. Once I do that, now that it's in place, it kind of makes it hard to put the kinetic sand into that little space. And it makes it a little bit more challenging for me to get the light into that space as well. So there's a thought. Think about that. So like, as you can see, my light is trying to get into it. It doesn't do that great, so I'm putting it under UV lamp. I'm gonna go ahead and start the next one. So here's the Billy Button flowers in the cute little brown jar that I'm about to make. I'm gonna do a little bit of a remix with this one. So I have these little paper flowers that I got from a party supply store here, and I thought they were so cute. And I didn't know that my phone was off for part of it, so I'm sorry that you didn't get to see me assemble it. But I just put the flowers into the container with the Billy Button Billy Button, yeah, with the Billy the button flowers and whatever, and it's just so cute. Now I don't know what it is, but I feel like that brown jar, maybe my UV lamp was just weak and I had to recharge it. I did eventually recharge it and it worked a lot better. But however, I noticed that the Billy Button flowers, because I think it's the jar. I think it's that color jar. It took a while for the resin to actually cure, for all of it to cure. I could tell the outer layers, but it kind of looks like there's water in it now, which is kind of cool effect. The outer layer is cured, but the inner layer, I still see some bubbles moving around. And I tried to put it outside, but the day was kind of cloudy, so it never really did cure all the way through. I'll try curing it again, but I think it's because of the color of the container. But anyway, here we are on our third plant. This one, I'm going to try a little different approach. I'm going to pack the dirt in there, and I'm just going to put a layer of resin on top instead of trying to mix it. So same effect, it doesn't move around. Giving this plant a little height and harden that real quickly. And then what am I going to do? I'm just going to simply, once I see the height, I'm just going to simply hot glue my plant to the bottom. Boom, boom, boom. And now I'm going to put some more dirt in. Pack it in there. Again, this time I'm not mixing it thoroughly in the dirt, the resin into the dirt. I'm just going to add it on top so it won't move around. It's the same outcome. It works. So that's what I'm doing. And again, with the leaves, it kind of makes it hard to get the resin in there. So these took, these little fern plants or green plants took a lot longer just because it was hard to get the dirt in those little tight spaces. But no other issues beside that. Now we're on to our chickadee bird feeder. And I can't believe it. As I'm doing this, I was like, man, I had a lot of lifestyles that I just didn't get to. But again, because MiniVerse came out with so many new products all at once, there's a lot of stuff in my stash that I just haven't gotten to. I was struggling with putting this together. I saw the instructions. I was trying to make sure that I'm lining it up. Everything is lined up, but I just had a hard time getting that to snap in place. It finally did, but it was a challenge. So now I'm just going to alternate my little bird seeds. The chickadee was so cute. This turned out to be cute. Now, if I had a duplicate, of course, I feel like I should have painted the bird feeder to where it be much more me color, like pink. If you can, make everything in your life pink. So anyway, now I'm going to tie that little cord, and just so it can stay in place, I'm going to add some hot glue in the center so that way that will always stay in place. Not that I'll be hanging it up right now because I'll have, if I found like little hooks that I could add to the frame, that would kind of be cool, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm going to add again another, oh, here I'm adding the red resin at the bottom of the feeder so that way I can add the, what is it? The bird food to the bottom, and also my little chickadee. So yeah, even after doing this, I still have several lifestyle that I need to complete. And I noticed that, it's good to, sometimes build as much as you can from your collection. So that way, kind of, okay, this is what I have left. This is still what I need to do, make. This is what I still want to find. So there's several that I still wanted to find, but I got most of it. So I'm not worried about it just yet. I'm not worried about it, period, because this is a toy. This is just fun. Nothing to be worried about. So I'm going to put a layer of resin on top of the bird feed in the center, just because, like I said, if anything accidentally falls or come out, I don't want all these bird seeds in my room. So I finished with that one, and now I'm going to go to the Mold It Yourself lifestyle series. I have the cement planners, and oh my gosh, these are so cute. I underestimated the cuteness. I didn't know. But I really like the effect of the, I don't know what type of powder that is, but once you add it to the white resin, it really does look like cement. Now, my only complaint about this project is I don't know why. I don't understand why they not create a nozzle like they did for almost every other one in this series. Of course, I was able to get it in with the spatula, but you kind of have to like push the resin down inside the spatula because it is kind of hard to go down by itself in all those little crevices. So even though it looked easy there, it would have been a lot easier if they just made a nozzle to go with it. So that's my only complaint. I am demolding them, and I made the second one off camera as well. And oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's just so cute. Love it. So those are the two planners. And of course, the beauty of the Mold It Yourself series is that you can make as many of these as you can, as you want, as your heart desires, in different colors. So even when I run out of that powder, I feel like if I use embossing powder or any type of glitter, it'll work, similar, or maybe even sand, but it's so cute. So I did the bottoms. I sanded the bottoms so they will be more level. And now I'm coming in with my dirt. I'm going to pack it. I want a little bit of height, so I'm going to add some more dirt. Because if you don't do the, if you kind of don't do the dirt, you just place it in there, the plant is almost like completely, almost at the same level of the rim. So I'm gonna layer that and get my hot glue gun. Always hot glue. I love hot glue. I love it. And then I'm going to put some more dirt around it. So again, I want it to stay in place. Everything is gonna stay in place. So I'm doing the second one. I put a little bit too much dirt, so I'm taking it out. But I really enjoyed I really enjoyed this hack. I'm still looking for creative ways to display my MiniVerse projects or even to use them. Some of my ideas, of course, I've seen people turn them to magnets. Some people turn it into charms. Some people turn them into decadent, decorations. I would like to one day to try to even incorporate some of this stuff into a painting, but we haven't had time for any of that. So anyway, let me know, how do you just display your MiniVerse collections, or do you make them functional? If you got any ideas, I'd be open to hear them. I did say I was going to try to make some charms with some of these. I've seen different stuff. Some people trying to make some of those beaded pins. I think it's fun to have a little mixture, to have some to display and then have some for functional purposes. All right, so here was the trickiest thing I had with this one. Now, with my previous Mold It Yourself series, these little vinyls didn't have any problems. This one, there was a problem. There's a huge problem. So I rubbed and I rubbed and I was rubbing hard and I kept rubbing and kept rubbing, and it took forever to transfer. Now I finally was able to transfer, but just know it took forever. It took several tries and it wasn't coming off at all. So maybe it was just the fact that it was that material. I don't know. So now we're on to the mold it yourself, whatever. We're doing the marble candles, and I think this was my favorite one, my favorite results. I'm just alternating between the blue and the white resin. These are the arch candles, and I love how it looked. The marble effect, the blue and the white, made me think of clouds. And so I'm going to hit it with the UV lamp. And yeah, as I'm molding it, I was like, oh, that looks like clouds. So I wanted to, make it extra. So I'm making it extra. But before we make it extra, we got to make sure we sand the bottom. I definitely want to make some more of these. I was unprepared of how much I love them, but so maybe next time I'll make some pink ones, cause pink. But yes, I'm gluing them to the bottom of the base, and now I'm like, this reminds me of clouds. This marbled blue and white reminds me of clouds, so I'm going to add a little zhuzh So at the bottom of the base, I'm taking these like different iridescent plastic beads that usually used for jewelry or charms and stuff. And those kind of represent my clouds. And I'm going to lay them all on the side. And it's just so cute. Love that effect. They're like bubble clouds or whatever. I don't know. It's adorable. But this was definitely giving me like coquette vibes. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know, coquette vibes, but like blue coquette vibes. It turned out so cute. And I did spend a lot of extra time just trying to figuring out how I was going to decorate it. But I have a lot of little different bead accessories, and so I just went crazy on it, and I love the result. Here's a little bow bead that I have, and again, my camera was about to die. Okay, so hey everyone, I'm going to show you results of the display, and I'm still working on. I'm not going to pin this camera down because right now my desk is a real hot mess. So here is the final look of the IKEA, my IKEA trinket display. This is the second one that I made. On top you see all well, some of my mini brands, their flower that they made. I didn't buy too many of those. I still got a couple of them I need to collect. Then I have my chickadee bird feeder and this MiniVerse plant. So I'm using this the top of the frame as its own shelf as well. And then I kind of like, of course, me being extra, I like to add little embellishments on the side. So I took this watering can from Mini Brands, and it's just posted on there with some poster tack, so I could easily take that off. Here we got a little teapot sticker, since this display is kind of made for my lifestyle series. So yeah, and then I have another plant right here. I didn't want to use all my shelf space, so I decided to do the same, just stick it on there with some poster putty. And we got another little sticker. Here's some of my MiniVerse remixes and MiniVerse crates. This is one of the miniature sculptures I got from Michael's. There's two other MiniVerse lifestyle plants. This is the one that I made on camera. I don't know, the resin, I don't think it fully hardened. The part on the inside, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I think either the color of it kind of keeps the sun from the light hitting it properly, or either my UV lamp was dying and the sun wasn't that bright when I was trying to harden it. So maybe that could be it. I only have 3 I use. Let's see. The shells, I only used 3 because I wanted this middle section to be a little bit taller so it could fit these larger plants. But so I still have 1 of these still left. So yeah, I made a little shelf so I can hold like my smaller stuff but still hold stuff underneath. I'm gonna put something else there. And here's the other plant that I made. Here's some other makes from previous one. Here's a little miniature cake that I made. Eventually I'll do a video on how to do these. Some other teapots, another little miniature. Here's what I made on camera. I think this was my favorite out of what I made yesterday. So here are the candles. Let's see, and look at I got the little flowers. It's giving like blue coquette vibes with the bows, the hearts. Let me try to get a better look. Camera doesn't want to focus. The beads are kind of like clouds. And we got butterflies and roses. It's just too cute. I love it. And then what I just made this on camera as well, so you saw that. So yeah, this is my shelf, my little trinket MiniVerse shelf, and I feel like I gotta get I'm gonna get at least two more small ones, maybe 3 more small ones, and then at least 1 big IKEA frame, so I can do a big one. And they go from small to big. So this was the first one that I made that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and it's just so cute. Again, this is to me is a very affordable way to display, a very cute way to display all your, well, some of your MiniVerse, the ones that you're most proud of. And so yeah, it's very simple to do, but it just elevates your MiniVerse creation game. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. Let me know if you are going to try this hack. I'd like to know. I need to redo this whole wall situation that I got going on. This makes me want to redo my wall space. Some of the frames are kind of like crooked, and then I want to get a shelf for these because this is kind of just temporary. I need to do something for my doorables and my other MiniVerse stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that video to you. I hope you like this hack, and let me know if you plan on using it, or how do you display your MiniVerse projects. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. You all have an awesome day and a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.